know what time it is. This is Kiyha's Jambaliyha. You know I'm always cooking up something hot. Come on in. Let me feed you, baby. Welcome to another episode of Kiyha's Jambaliyha, where I'm always trying to serve it up hot for you. So, pull up a seat, grab your bowl and your spoon, and get ready to dish. Listen, the internet is on fire right now. It is on fire. Now listen, you know I've been talking to y'all for the last couple of weeks about these plastic surgery things, because I just felt like so much energy has been put into the fixing and refixing of ourselves. But the true fixing starts from within. And if you can fix what's inside first, you might not think about having plastic surgery. In this news, we are bringing to you today the news of DC Young Fly. His wife actually passed away, and she died due to complications from plastic surgery. Now, Jacky O was her name, and she was well loved in the industry. Not just for being his wife, but everyone knew that she was a good mom and a great, great wife and partner. I know they weren't married, but this is how he referred to her. And so we want to make sure that we're always keeping it very respectful, especially in death and of the dead, when we speak of the dead. Jacky O passed away after having complications from plastic surgery, and she has left behind 3 children. Her partner, who is a comedian from the world-renowned show Wildin' Out, which is owned by Nick Cannon, or was owned by Nick Cannon. And we are now just seeing the results of this relationship and where it has taken them pretty much come to an end. So we are sending out love to DC Young Fly and his family and children, and wishing them all the best. We don't want to keep playing with these plastic surgery people. Listen, we need to get out there and work out. We need to get out there and do something. Listen, you can work out from in your house. They got chair exercises now that we could do. There's different massages we can have done to our faces to make us look younger. We don't got to go and let nobody do these things to us. Like, we really got to love on us more. We got to treat us better. And it starts from within. So rest in peace, Jacky O, and peace and love goes out to that family. In other news, Meg Thee Stallion just performed the other night, and an awesome performance at that. I always love it when entertainers include their audience members in the show, and she had a young man come up and dance for her, and he was actually so good that it shocked her, and I really love to see that. But on other news with Megan Thee Stallion, because we can't say her name without bringing up Tory Lanez at this point. We know that prosecutors are recommended for Tory Lanez to serve 13 years in jail for the 2020 Megan Thee Stallion shooting. However, we are praying that this sentence is diminished, because we after looking at all of the video footage that was put out in the media, I guess we've all come to our own conclusions about what happened and how it went down. But there's some things that are very obvious about this case. And it does not appear at all that Megan shot this girl. And everyone is right now caught up in this, for lack of a better words, caught up in this rigmarole, trying to protect Megan Thee Stallion's her reputation, and the fact that it was probably her friend, allegedly her friend, who shot her. And we know this because Tory Lanez DNA was not on the bullets, was not on the gun. His fingerprints were not on the gun. And the DNA that came back was inconclusive when it came to him. But we know this because it would be inconclusive because it's a female's DNA. But it is what it is. Right now, we're sending love out to the Peterson, the family, and we just want to just lift them up right now because we know that this is a hard time. This definitely is, for me, what I feel like is a public lynching. So I don't know exactly what it was, but his father makes remarks after a court case, a court session adjourned, and he made very heavy allegations in regards to Jay-Z and Rock Nation being behind Tory Lanez having this issue because he refused to sign with them. We pray that this situation works itself out. And hey, listen, if it means that he has to sign with them in order to clear his name, that might be the best thing to do right now in order to get some peace. And, I hate the cop-out. I really do. But I just feel like that's a lot of years to do time for something that you had very minimal involvement in. But let's get back. Let's get back to something that's a little bit more. Let me tell you something. The industry is killing me right now. Oh, my. So, Burna Boy is one of Nigeria's top artists, one of their leading artists right now. And it's been made public. The speculations, we'll say that. The speculations have been made public that he has a chain that he usually wears that says Domini on it. And Domini is his first name. Well, Jada Kingdom was actually pictured wearing that chain, his exact necklace. So, I don't know how this works out, but I believe that her and Stefflon Don, his ex-girlfriend, who allegedly Burna Boy's mother forced him to break up with, and they used to be friends. Jada Kingdom and Stefflon Don used to be friends. So Stefflon Don, after it was revealed the other day, put up a status on her Instagram that said, and this is why I don't front up no whoring girl. Now, those are tough words. These are tough words. But are these words warranted? Child, I don't know. But I'm going to get to the bottom of it, and I'm going to bring it hot and fresh to you.
Just taking a quick positive cause, just to shout out our homegirls, Kemba and Andrea from Keen Real Estate Group. Whenever you're thinking real estate, whenever you're thinking investments, whenever you're thinking about planning for the long term, think Keen Real Estate Group. They're generating wealth for generations. KeenGroup.ca. If your goal is to purchase a car and to make the process as simple as possible, just get a car broker, guys. You just get a car broker. Big shout out to our homeboy, Hamsdale Jacques, the owner of hjcourtierauto.com. That's HJCOURTIERAUTO.com. If you're a small to medium-sized business and you're getting started and you're ready to go to that next level, what do you need? You need a phone line and you need a website. Think Mainstream Digicom. They got all your telecommunication needs checked. MainstreamDigicom.com. You're trying to get out on the web. You're trying to understand how to navigate through ads. Check out Java Logics for all your marketing, your digital marketing. Where would we be without Preston? I don't even know. Check out Java Logics. I give thanks to Preston for what he's done for the OFC. The amount of positive reviews we've gotten from all his referrals, we're proud to stand behind his work. Check out javalogics.com. No, it's not just because he's my brother. It's because you can't talk hip-hop in Montreal without saying M City Solo. Guys, check out his latest project, In My Fields, available on mcitysolo.com. If it's not one of the hardest new EPs to hit Montreal, come and let me know. You already know. It's your boy, Pharaoh, bigging up, mcitysolo.com. Keeping the culture alive. I gotta give thanks to West Can Folk Performing Company. For the last 40 years plus, they've been promoting our culture through song, drum, and dance, educating youth, the children, the seniors. Just check them out, westcanfolk.com.
Girl, what are you cooking?
My curry chicken.
Ooh, you're burning it.
Oh, gosh, it looks so...
It's okay, girl. You need the Curry House. They have the best Caribbean food in town. 2 locations in Montreal, West Island and Côte-Neige. For more information, follow Caribbean Curry House, MTL. Don't forget to mention the Empower Hour for your 10% discount.
So, who placed in the order?
Me.
DeVito, WizKid, Burna Boy. Those are just some of the big names that's blessed Montreal thanks to Afrobeats Montreal. Definitely check out Afrobeats MTL for all concerts, show listings, everything that has to do with Afrobeats in the city. Check out Afrobeats MTL. One full circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. What does that mean? We're here for each other.
So the Zeus Network actually hosted the fight last night that we have been waiting for such a long time with Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti III. Now let's get into this because I don't think y'all understand what's really happening here. Now we know that the Zeus Network loves to put on a good show. We know that they love all of the extra hoopla. It's just something that they do. They like to put on a show. Now, they told us, Floyd Mayweather did an interview before the show that said, look out for some extra stuff. And he said that he would be bringing out Blueface, ChriseanRock, who is very, very pregnant, and Joseline Hernandez to perform. Now, we thought that that was going to be the end of the spectacular, but that was actually just the beginning. Now, Blueface came on, brought out Chrisean. She performed. She did a great job. Joseline Hernandez performed. Amazing job. I can't even be mad at her. Now, Joseline actually, because we need to go into this a little bit, Joseline actually did a show last week where she actually told her entire audience that that was the first time that she ever performed on stage without being high on cocaine. And she cried and she was so happy and so proud. And the audience definitely loved her even more for that. But last night at this fight, my gosh, the craziest things happened at this fight. They say the best fights happened after the fight. So Joseline Hernandez was backstage and there is, I believe she's an artist and her name is Big Lex. Now I'm going to find out for sure if she's actually an artist or if she's an exotic entertainer of sorts. But the information that I have now is that they had a rivalry from before. Maybe it's someone that was on her cabaret show. Maybe it was someone who was involved in that. But they actually got into a huge fight backstage and her husband ended up getting involved and several women berated Joseline and threw drinks on her. But one girl was at the butt end of this and that was Big Lex and it didn't end up well for her. In the end of it, there's a lot of speculations that last night Joseline was actually high again. So I pray that that wasn't the case. And just because somebody fights or has a disagreement or, you get into some stuff, doesn't mean that they're on drugs. So, even though they'd like to categorize it, like when she was on Love and Hip Hop and her and Stevie J came on the set and beat up everybody. That actually was not the case last night, but her and her husband were a reasonable facsimile of Joseline from Love and Hip Hop and Stevie J. Who knows? They may even be facing some charges behind last night, but we'll see what happens. Hell, we know they got a lot to lose, so people will try and capitalize on that. So Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya, actually broadcasted last night that it would be the first time that anyone would be seeing her son. So she said, if you guys would like to see my son for the first time, he'll be going out on stage with my dad, which was an amazing entry. You know, Floyd, the energy that he usually brings into the stage is very hype, but you can see that he is embracing being a granddad. And even though he was very upset with his daughter, and I know there was allegations of him saying that he was disowning her at one point in time because he was upset about the guy that she was actually having the child with. But he has embraced this little boy, and you can tell that he is in love. He carried this little boy out like this was the only trophy that he needed for the night. So I really love that. You know, pugilism happens to be one of my favorite sports. If you know me, then you know. For those of you who don't know, pugilism actually just means boxing. It just means punching. However, I really love the sport. However, some of the stuff that comes along with the sport is something that we also have to know and remember. So, as I was stating, Floyd Mayweather's family joined him last night for this fight. However, there were some allegations that happened after this fight because it got a little sticky, and I'm going to get into that next. So while in the ring, Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti Jr. are head to head. They're fighting, they're going at it, and the fight looks good. Now the ref at some point tries to stop it because not only is Floyd taunting and jeering the crowd, but he's also taunting and jeering John Gotti III. And every time they call out Gotti's name to make him get some momentum to get off of the ring, like to stop leaning on the ropes, they scream out Gotti, and Floyd Mayweather was screaming Gotti too, and then laying the punches on him. So what we were looking at last night was like one of the biggest jeerings or that you could see right now in boxing. It was crazy. But it took John Gotti III off of his it took him off kilter. It took him off of his A game. And he lost his mind, and he attempted to attack Floyd without the referee's go ahead, which ended up in a terrible brawl in the ring. And we are now looking at a family feud that is happening between the Mayweathers and the Gottis. Don't believe me? Listen to this. Nicolette Gotti actually had something to say. She tagged Floyd Mayweather and on a status that she wrote on Instagram, and she said, "Your daughter was ran through by an animal with 12 different baby mamas. Your little circus animal. You're all a pack of zoo animals. I swear on my kids, I'm coming for your daughter. It may be 2 years, 3 years from now, but I'm coming." And she used the bad words, "see you next Tuesday," if y'all know what that means. Bajans love to say it. Yes, child. So, Joseline had a fight backstage. Aside from the actual boxing ring, several men, I would say about 20 men, had a huge brawl inside the ring behind the misconduct of John Gotti Jr. in the ring. So we are looking at straight melee from last night. If you get a chance to go and watch the clips, I implore you to go and watch them. It was crazy. Now, I don't at any time condone violence But it is a boxing match, and that's the energy that was brought to the floor that night. So I understand that there were some things going on. What I don't like is afterwards, the threats that are made on family members. And it almost appears as if Nicolette, Gotti, is actually being a little racist. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And she's pushing it. It seems pressed. It's given pressed. It's given, I'm upset that my son got beat up. But that's what it seemed like. And I'm not trying to be funny here. This is really what it is. She mad her son got whipped, and this is what it is. So, shouts go out to the Mayweather family. Keep doing what y'all do. Keep laying them down and stacking them up and laying them down and stacking them up, because that's what y'all do. Shout out to the money team. And this was my episode of Kiyha's Jambaliyha. Next week I'll be back with a whole new roster of information, a whole bunch of stuff to tell you guys. But this week was Entertainment Week, and so that's what we bring in. Thank you, and have a great day.